Hello, class. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. I talked to you the other day about the architectural and the fashion coming together. At first, I was into art, and then I got into architectural drafting. I took one full year of it while I was in high school with technical school and learned how to make drawings. I have exactly 5 houses that's been built that I have drawn up. So from there, I kind of got hard with architecture and I decided to go into fashion later on. But I noticed a resemblance between architecture and fashion. And you may be interested to know that a lot of architectural people end up in fashion because of the same correspondence of what it is. Okay, first of all, I want to show you some plans here. These are very old. They're approximately 40 years old. I did this while I was in high school. Okay, we're talking about the different ways that architecture comes together, the same as fashion. What you're looking at, this little square here, is a foundation of a house. That's the block layout with the cement slabs and the overall dimensions. And, I don't remember a lot of this. This is way, way back. But the foundation of the house, which is the bottom layer of the house that you build upon to make the house, is in correspondence with the foundation of the body, which would be the body, as you know it. The foundation, of course, would be your feet, but in this area, we're talking about the foundation of the body. Okay, from there, of architecture, I'm kind of going backwards with the architecture here. Well, actually, no. Let's do it this way. If my video person will get where she's supposed to be here. We are going to show you an actual floor plan. And excuse me for all this torn stuff, but like I said, this is 40 years old. This is a floor plan. Now, this floor plan shows all kind of things. It shows details. It shows where windows are. It shows where measurements are. It shows where sinks are. It shows where electrical is. It shows where doors open, doors shut. And your basic architectural stuff. If she can zoom in on there, you can really see what I have done in the past. A lot of people thought I did bad in getting out of it. These are actually kitchen elevations here of the kitchen cabinets. You see the refrigerator and so on and so forth. Now you may ask, how is that pertaining to fashion? Okay, what you have here is a floor plan. Okay, a floor plan is a plan to what's going to happen. Okay, what you have here is a foundation. That foundation has to be built upon to make a garment. Like a house has to be built from the ground up, a foundation has to be built from the body out. Okay, there's lots of details. The details would be your overall elevation of what you're seeing after you get it on the form. To a lot of you, draping may be very new to you, but with Project Runway being on TV, you've probably seen a lot of this anyway. Okay, so now that you know what the foundation is and the floor plan is basically a pattern. Now, if you go to a conventional pattern in the stores that you buy, they have what you see here is a pattern. Now, this is basically a floor plan like this. That's basically what you're looking at. This is drafted out for a garment. This is drafted out for a house. And what one looks like, if I can get one apart here, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. This right here is the floor plan for the back of a dress. It's actually a back of a shirt. Okay? These were the darts we were talking about. This is what we would be building on this form and muslin. This is just another way of doing it with paper. Now, as I said, that's not my favorite way of doing it. Okay? Another thing that's important is that this shows sizes. Okay? When you are measuring, say, from the apex to the center front, and then from the side seam to the apex, and from the shoulder line to the waistline and the neckline, and you are doing measurements, that is corresponding with your plans again. See, like 7'4". This is 20 inches or 20 feet across here. 57 feet for the overall length. Okay, so you're showing the same correspondence of this as you're showing on your dress form. Now let's get a little deeper into this floor plan. From there, you go to your details. This is a wall plan detail for how it is put together. Now this would be your overall view in technical form of how it's put together. Okay, now this would be better to show you on a technical, on the actual pattern. Okay, you need to know how this thing is put together. So to make it show how it's put together, here it is right here. It's showing the detail of how it's put together. So remember, you came from the foundation of the form to the pattern, to the details, to the actual garment picture of it. Okay? Now this is where my video person couldn't figure out where I was going with this, but I figured it out. I think I'm going to show you. On the floor plan, this is electrical plans. Now what this is details of things where electrical sockets and light fixtures will go. Okay, how would you think that would work with fashion? Okay, I will show you. You have details. You have apex. You have waist lines. You have hip lines. You have princess lines. You have neck lines. All these are details. Armholes. Everything is details. So that is the same as the details with this. Same with the plumbing. This is the plumbing. Okay, where would you think the plumbing would come in on the dress form? The plumbing would probably be armholes, where the hem of the dress is falling, where the width of the dress is going. That would be your details. Okay, when you get through, naturally you want to see, excuse me, this is very rough to turn, but bear with me just a second. You want to see what we call an elevation, a finished product. Now this is also done in fashion. We draw, for instance, this is like looking at this. We have a front elevation, a rear elevation, and in this case, two side elevations. So what have we got here? We've got a front elevation, a back elevation, and a side elevation. But we see it on paper. This is 2D, this is 2D. Now, this can actually be formed into a model, 3D, where you can put it onto like a house, 3D house. You can actually see this model if somebody was to build it. Okay, what you do on the dress form is the same thing. You're actually seeing one getting built here. This is a skirt and top. Okay, that's how that works. Now another plan, just to show you what I did in school. I did a lot of detail, which my teacher didn't like too good. This was a church I did. Now this is just a preliminary drawing of it. You got your elevations again. And so you got your floor plan. These are your details again. There's your doors, your measurements. Everything is there. I wish I could show it to you better, but it's 1975 paper. It's like 40 years old. So what have we learned here? what have we learned? We have learned that architecture is a lot like fashion designing. You're designing plans. You're drafting out architectural to draft out houses. You're drafting out dresses to make a dress. You've got your foundation, which is your body. You've got your details, which is your apex, your waistlines, and so forth and so on. You've got your elevation. When you see it, you're seeing it in 3D, and you're seeing it in 2D. Another thing about architectural, which probably makes me pretty good at this, is that I like angles. A lot of my architectural I did had a lot of angles, a lot of different architectural things. Maybe I could show you in a book here what we're kind of talking about here. Architecture designs go in different shapes. All kinds of shapes, round shapes, triangular shapes. It goes in a lot of perspective. See how the stairway goes in a round. Just all kind of techniques on sketching. There you go, and even cars. So you sketch cars, you can sketch trees. Just all kinds of things. This has to do with architectural. Lettering is really strong in this, and also lettering is really strong in fashion designing too. So there you go. That's how fashion and architectural comes together. And even art, when you're laying your artwork out, like say for instance the drawing, which I don't have where I can show it to you, but if you have a drawing, you have to have a plan first of how it's going to go. So you're going to take a pencil and you're going to lightly draw that thing out, and then you're going to take and you're going to draw it out with more detail. You're going to go through the gesture drawings, which is something I think we showed you with the skeleton, the dummy, the gesture, the finished drawing, the 8-head drawing. It all comes together the same way. So that pretty much covers this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't boring, because I really had to do it on the spot. Didn't really know exactly how to do it. But I hope you enjoyed it, and be ready for the next draping lesson.